Howdy, brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land. This here is Grateful Panic, and I've got another video for you guys today. And today, we are going to be participating in the $150 knife collection challenge. And this challenge was originally set in motion by JT's Knife Life several months ago, and it has recently been resurrected. And I was tagged in this challenge by Jack Farmboy, Big Red EDC, and Jimmy Slash. And I will reveal at the end of the video who I am tagging. And before we get into the challenge, let's go ahead and get the panic dump out of the way and take a look at what I was carrying today. And today's modern folder carry was the Benchmade 940. My slip joint slash traditional carry was our special guest star knife, which belongs to our good friend and family member Secret Agent BH, and this is the GEC number 38 in Indian paintbrush jig bone. And you guys can look forward to a full review of this guy in the next day or so. My fixed blade carry for today was the Bark River Knives Gunny Vortex in A2 blade steel and Desert Ironwood burl handle material. And my flashlight carry was the Olight S1 Arbiton 2. And that leads us into what am I drinking? And tonight I'm drinking on a little bit of Frostbite Black IPA from Foothills Brewing Company. And that's a really tasty black IPA. It's got some good malty, almost coffee flavor, but it's got that hops kick to it, which really makes for a delicious beverage. And also, I'm going to be drinking on some Wicked Weed Pernicious India Pale Ale, and hands down, that is probably my favorite IPA of all times. That's just a really delicious IPA. And with that being said, that leads us into the meat and taters of the video, which is, like I said, the $150 knife collection challenge. And basically the premise of this challenge is you are given $150 in virtual money, and you are to pick knives from your collection that you would choose to be your knife collection that add up to less than $150. And the way pretty much everybody has broken it down is, I mean, it's just, it makes sense. It's the way I would break it down. And what everybody pretty much is doing is they're choosing a modern folder, a utility knife, a multi-tool of sorts, and a fixed blade. And pretty much that's my daily carry. So I kind of went with the way that everybody else was going because it made sense to me, and hopefully because some pretty heavy hitters tagged me, so I hopefully I won't let these guys down. And so pretty much here we go. Let's take a look at my choices for the $150 knife collection challenge. And we're going to start out with the modern folder. And my choice for a modern folder was the Byrd Raven 2. And the reason I chose this knife is for the price. This is an absolutely phenomenal budget knife. The build quality is just on point. the blade steel is really, really good for the price. Just, I mean, all around, it's a lightweight knife. The ergonomics are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I swear this knife fits my hand better than just about any other knife I own. And it's in CTS BD1 blade steel, which is a really good blade steel for the price. You're going to get some good edge retention out of this, but it's going to sharpen up just easy as crap. And you're going to be able to put a razor sharp edge on it with absolutely no problem whatsoever. And I mean, you've got a stainless steel frame. You got G10 handle scales. You got a 4-position pocket clip. I mean, left hand, right hand, tip up, tip down. This is just an all-around awesome budget modern folder, in my opinion. And this knife right here goes for $44.97. And my utility knife choice, which you guys know I've got to have a slip joint or a traditional knife in my collection. So my choice as far as utility knives go is the GEC number 71 bullnose, and this is in green canvas micarta, or no, green linen micarta, I'm sorry. And the reason I chose this knife is, I mean, not only am I a huge fan of slip joints, traditional knives, and Great Eastern cutlery, but this is just an all-around awesome utility knife. Yeah, it's 1095 blade steel, but I mean, for what you're going to be using it for, it's a good blade steel. It's not going to retain an edge for a super long amount of time, but it's going to take an edge super easy. And I mean, to me, it was just a no-brainer. I mean, it's got great ergonomics for a slip joint. It's got a super solid build. I mean, this thing, the fit and finish is awesome. The lockup is just amazing. I mean, it's not a locking knife, but there is absolutely no blade play on the pivot. I mean, it's just a super solid knife. And to me, if you're looking to get into traditional slip joint knives, this is a great place to start. This is just a awesome utility knife. And this guy in this trim and cover materials and everything goes for $57.26. And as far as multi-tools, oh, sorry there, guys. Made the world spin for you a little bit. As far as multi-tools go, I'm not a huge fan in the traditional sense of multi-tools. I don't normally carry, a Leatherman or a Gerber tool. Usually, if I have a multi-tool on me, it's going to be a Swiss Army knife. So, my choice for a multi-tool carry is the Victorinox Super Tinker. And the reason I chose this one is because it's got the tools that I need, and it doesn't have the tools that I don't need, aside from the parcel carrier, because I've literally never used a parcel carrier on a Swiss Army knife. But it's got, the main blade. It's got a secondary blade. It's got the bottle opener, flathead screwdriver, wire stripper blade, which I've never used the wire stripper, but it's there if I need it. It's got the can opener with the smaller flathead screwdriver, the Phillips screwdriver, the parcel carrier, which we've already covered and established that I do not use, but it is what it is, and the awl or leather punch. And my favorite tool on any Swiss Army knife, because Victorinox does an amazing job at this guy, is the scissors. And I mean, I don't know what it is. They're just so solid. They're sharp as the dickens, and they cut like a dream. I absolutely love the scissors on a Swiss Army knife. And also, it's got the toothpick, which is, in my opinion, just an invaluable tool when it comes to Swiss Army knives, because I use that probably more than any other tool on the Swiss Army knife. And also the tweezers. And this guy right here, the lowest price I could find on it was $31.99. And that leads us to the fixed blade. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I did my best to avoid choosing this knife because it seems like everybody that does this challenge chooses this knife. So me, I'm thinking, hey, I don't want to choose what everybody else chooses. Well, I'm going to tell you what, guys. Everybody chooses this knife for a reason, because it is hands down, dollar for dollar, your best choice when it comes to a fixed blade knife. And when it comes to choosing, you know, all these knives that you're going to need, and you've got to get it in under $150, this is pretty much the only knife you can choose, because no other fixed blade of this caliber is going to come in at this price point. And that is the Mora Companion. And this one is in the Sandvik stainless steel. And I'm going to tell you what, if you've never handled a Mora, which I highly doubt many of you have never handled a Mora, but if you've never handled a Mora, I mean, they're just amazing knives, especially for the price. And honestly, I would probably pay double what the actual cost of this knife is, because I mean, it's just a really good knife. The ergonomics are great. Like, this is one of the most comfortable handles I've ever had in a fixed blade, especially at this price point. The rubberized grip they put on these guys it's just amazing. I mean, there's no slip. I mean, it's rock solid in your hand. You know, the Scandi grind it's just an amazing cutter, carver, slicer. It stays sharp forever, and when it does dull, it's easy as crap to sharpen back up. I mean, just all around, this is it's an absolute joy, and especially for the price. I mean, yeah, the sheath isn't that great. It's just a little, you know, polymer sheath, but they do put a little, you know, drain hole in it. I mean, everything about this knife was thought out and planned. You know, it's made in Sweden, and they knew what they were doing when they built this knife. And this guy, this exact model, the cheapest I could find it was $14.95. And like I said, I wanted to choose another fixed blade, but I just absolutely couldn't. I mean, it's a no-brainer. That's the only fixed blade you can choose when it comes to this challenge, unless, of course, you make the fixed blade your main expense, and then just choose, you know, really, really inexpensive knives for the rest of your collection. So, and I don't have a calculator at home. My calculator's at work, but I wrote all the prices down and added them up beforehand. And you can go back behind me and check if you want to, check my math, because I don't always math that great. But what I came up with With all four of these knives, my total price was $149.17. And like I said, guys, this challenge was not as easy as I thought it would be. I mean, this was a tough challenge because, you know, you're basically you're putting, you know, all your knives on the line, and you know, you've got your favorites, and you're like, oh, I want to choose this one, but you know, you got to take cost into consideration. You've got to take, you know, the quality of materials into consideration, because you know, these are your knives till the end of the, you know, till the end of time. So basically, what I was taking into consideration is how long these knives are going to last. I wanted to, you know, look at the best build quality, the best blade steel, and like it was tough, but that's what I came up with, and I think it was, you know, a pretty decent choice. And I would honestly, I'd be super happy, you know, with these knives if these were the only knives I could own for the rest of my life. I'd be totally content. And I say that, but I'm a knife collector. I'm a knife freak. I wouldn't be content because I'd constantly be, you know, what other knives are out there? What can I finagle and get? You know, because even when we're not limited to that kind of budget, you know, we're always trying to get a new knife, or at least I am. So I really appreciate Jack Farmboy, Big Red EDC, and Jimmy Slash for tagging me in this video. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was difficult. It was definitely a challenge, but I definitely enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I hope you guys enjoyed the knives that I picked, and you know, I hope it made you guys think, you know, what if I only had $150 to spend, and these were the knives that I had to have for the rest of my life. You know, like, you know, what would you guys pick? So do me a favor and throw a comment down there and let me know, you know, what you guys would choose. I'm really interested to see what you guys would pick for your $150 knife collection challenge. So yeah, you know, definitely shoot that down in the comments, because I'd really enjoy seeing that. And my tags are going to be Blue Collar Survival and Edge Elite. So Justin and Tony, you guys pony up and let me see what your choices would be for the $150 knife collection challenge. And again, guys, thank you. I really appreciate you watching. I appreciate all your comments. We had a really successful thank you giveaway. There was a huge response. Congratulations to Backcountry Adam on winning the giveaway, and you know, thank all of you guys for participating. I really appreciate, you know, all your participation, all your comments, all your likes, you know, all your views. Like I've said before, without you guys, there would be no Grateful Panic knife reviews. There would be no Grateful Panic family, because you guys are the Grateful Panic family. So, with that being said, guys, this is Grateful Panic signing off. And remember, guys, stay alert, stay alive, and hey, how about do something nice for somebody today? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.